the owner of Halloween Blast. Today we're here with Tony Perry, the owner of Scary Perry. Now to the people, this is a regular Halloween store, but there's more history behind it, and that's what we get to today on the history of Scary Perry. Hello, welcome to the history of Scary Perry. I'm here with Tony Perry. Alright, so I got a couple of questions for you, Tony. You know, people don't know about Scary Perry. You know, to people, you know, they just drive by and oh, it's not a Halloween store. You know, it's probably Spirit or, you know, one of the other ones. But, you know, I think it's time to let people know that this is not like any other Halloween store. This is different, you know, from anyone else. And that's what we're going to do today. So I got a couple of questions for you. First place, what got you loving Halloween? You know, what got you into Halloween?
That goes way back. I'd have to say, when I was a little kid, we used to go out to the pumpkin patch. What's that? The farm? Not what's the pumpkin patch out west? The big. Yeah, it's whatever it's called. I bought my first Halloween mask when I was about 8 years old, and I think it changed my life. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world, and it just grew from there. You know.
Do you still have the Halloween mask?
I do. I have a couple of them. That exact mask just got damaged this year, and I found it crumpled up behind a box, and it was like a funeral throwing that thing out. It was sad. I had to walk to the garbage can with it, and it was a sad day. Bad day at Scary Perry's.
Wow. Have you ever worked in a haunted house before, or like you ever worked for like Stageville or basement like that, or like?
No, I mean we used to go to Franklin Park Pool and Amblings, and I mean it was huge for us to go as little kids. We used to go as a family. Never worked at one, but I always wanted to own one. How about that?
Oh, I think that's everyone's dream. You know, whoever becomes part of like the Halloween business in America, the store. You're an actor. You know, doing something with Halloween. That's like your goal. It's like to own a haunted house.
For sure.
So when did Scary Perry start? Like, you know, what year? You know.
Well, we started in '08, so that was the first year. We started in River Grove, 800 square feet.
My hometown.
I went and got a $2,000 credit card, and I started something that I knew I liked it and I had a passion for it. But here 9 years later, all the hard work is starting to show. You know.
Yeah, and like you know, when I walked around this place, it's pretty big. You know, I was at the first Scary Perry back in back in '08 when we first started, and it was small compared to this place, which we're going to show you guys later on. It's pretty big, so you know, you grew since '08.
Oh yeah. Every year, my goal was just to outdo the year before.
So, where did the name Scary Perry come from? You know.
Well, I mean, it probably comes back to my cousin Jay. He used to have a lot of names for me growing up, and they used to call me Larry Perry, Scary Perry, Pumpin' Perry. I had a lot of names. And when I was searching for a name for this business, and it had everything to do with family, it just popped into my head. Like, it made complete sense. Like, Scary Perry's. We are Scary Perry's. That's who we are.
Now, they used to scare people. They hide behind the doors or pop out at people.
Well, that's the one thing about our store is that it's not. See, what we strive for is to create a haunted store. So it's like I want the experience to be like shopping in a haunted house. So not only are you looking at great stuff that you like or maybe want, but I want it to be an experience. I want things to be going on around you. I want people to walk out and say, "Wow, that place is awesome." And you know, we've kind of been doing that. You know.
So, like, what's the history of Scary Perry? You know, what made you want to open up the store? You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I had to give up a small nightclub that I owned down in Lake and Hallstead because we had our first baby, and I wouldn't have been able to be a great father running an after-hours club. But I didn't want to get rid of that you know, that energy and I love business, and you know, so I sat long and hard. I got rid of the club, and you know, I knew I had to do something, and I happened because I had some people coming in and spending a lot of money on crazy parties and decorations and stuff. So I started to get involved in the party industry, and so that's what kind of helped me mold the idea of Scary Perry's. You know.
But you had a club and you went to a Halloween store. Like, that's a big difference. So
that was the decision I made as a father. I want to be a good father.
So your love of Halloween was that strong to open up a Halloween store.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
See, you could do anything. Anything could change just like that, people. You know, this guy just showed you, yeah, a club. Now he's a Halloween store.
Started with an idea.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
So what makes you different from other Halloween stores? I mean, like, we have Spirit out there. We have other stores. What makes you different, you know?
So that's a pretty easy question. I mean, besides the costumes are pretty general. You know, I have pretty much the same companies that a lot of other people sell. There's different grades, but it's pretty much the same characters all the way around. But what I do different is I travel and I go and I find the products that I like. So the end result is a store full of stuff that I think is cool.
So, do you go to Transworld and get some stuff?
Oh yeah, I do a good percentage of my buying at Transworld. I've been going to Transworld for 9 years now. I've made connections, you know, like you know, Morris, and I mean, I'm tight with Ruby's. They've been a very big help. Zagoni Studios, Trick or Treat Studios, makeup, like you know, it's like family. We've become close, where they help me, I help them. It's become a real like a tradition almost. You know, it's just what we do, kind of.
And for people who are in the haunt industry, or you know, hardcore haunted house people, you know, they know what Transworld is. Can you please explain to the people what Transworld, for people who are new?
Well, see, now they split the convention. The haunt and Transworld went the other way, and unfortunately, I had to go a little bit more with the costumes and that stuff and the decorations. But what it is to me, it's greatness on earth. You know, it's you walk through a convention full of things that are just amazing. You know, Halloween at its best. It's the people, it's the creators, it's the people with the ideas, and the ones making it happen. And you're all under one roof, and I mean, it's amazing.
Transworld, to people, it's like a Super Bowl for Halloween lovers. It's the Super Bowl. It's the NBA Finals. It's huge. It's that huge to us, because there's so much stuff there. It's like people all around the road. You got Another Realm. You got Stageville. You got big companies there. It's everything mixed into one.
Everything, yeah.
It's amazing. So what is your goal for Scary Perry? Like, what do you see yourself, what do you hope to achieve down the road, like in 3 years?
3 years? 3 years, I hope to have a solid location. I'm working on a plan to maximize the amount of things that happen under one roof. It's not just going to be Halloween. We've been working on Perry Christmas. We got some stuff for the other holidays, and we have like just a lot of unique items that could easily keep us open all year round. And then we'll pump it up for the holidays. And then along with the most important part to me is the event room in the back, because we're gonna do a room that is just different than anything you've ever seen before. It's gonna be a room that people could rent for parties. We could have DJs and bands. We could use this space for a haunted house and Halloween. It's something that we're working on.
Now, so when Christmas comes around, is it going to be scary, or is it going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be a little weird. It's going to be a little strange. I can't lie about that. It's going to be Christmas the way we see it.
When you hope to achieve this? This year, next year, in 3 years?
In all reality, it's going to take a couple years to dial that in, find a building, and move forward. You know, that next year I plan on popping up again, and then hopefully we can get to business after next year.
Now, we have some special guests. We have this lady that's...
Rockin' Granny?
Yeah.
From Distortions.
And he does a little bit more detail about Granny. Now, again, he opened up in '08. You know, he was not far from where I used to live, or where I still live. I'm not gonna say nothing, but he had this Granny for a long time, and like this is like a kind of like an iconic thing. You know, if he ever gets rid of it, I think I'm gonna be upset because I remember driving past Scary Perry all the time, and this lady used to be on top of the hearse that you saw in the opening. So, also we got some like dude over here. Explain about him.
He's also made from Distortions. You know, one day I plan on having, you know, inventory of distortions for the serious haunters, the people that are getting serious about, you know, putting nice stuff in their house. I want you to be able to come to Scary Perry's and see it and touch it and you know, try it out. And, you know, just online, you know, YouTube videos don't always do it for you. So that's what I'm trying to create, just a masterpiece of a place to come and see some of the best products. You know, it's my job to go find the best stuff, and you know, there's plenty of people making great quality stuff, and I could bring it to you at a good price. So
now, this is just part one. There's so much stuff we haven't covered over. We're gonna do a walk around and maybe try to get a little more detail about Scary Perry. So get ready. Part 2 is coming up pretty soon. We'll see you all in the next video.